Welcome, Aries. This is going to be a reading for Aries Sun, Moon, or Rising, or for anybody who has just heavy Aries placements. It is my intention for it to find those Aries who will be watching this video. So if you will be finding it, there should be a message in here for you. Welcome to my channel. This is Miss 8th House, and I figured today we'll just get right into your reading. So let's see what's going on with you. I just recorded like a 40-minute really nice reading for you, and my computer did some Mercury retrograde stuff and didn't record it. So here we are again. So I'm curious to see what's going to come out for you this time. Alright, Aries, let's just give it one more good shuffle. I call to the north, east, south, west. I call to the great mother, the great father, the creator. I call to Seraphina, my angels, and all of the angels. I call to my ancestors, both known and unknown, and my friends who have passed who now guide me. I also call forth the spirit guides of whoever will be watching this video. Please come forth and join me to bring through a message to the viewer. A message that you know that they need to hear, and you know who will need to hear this message, and I do not. Okay, Aries. So we've got your fourth chakra in reverse. We've got your fourth chakra in reverse, so you might be having some issues like with your heart feeling a little blocked off, just feeling a little closed off from the world around you. It's not that you're not loving or anything like that, it's just that you carry a little bit of hurt in your heart. What about this hurt in their heart for the Aries who are watching this spirit? We've got another chakra card, so we've got your sixth chakra. Archangel Metatron, sixth chakra, which is your third eye chakra. So using your intuition is really on point right now. You're getting some energetic downloads as well as information downloads, I'm hearing. I'm also hearing that your upper chakras are really active, and then it's just right down in your heart where you're having a little bit of some stagnant energy coming up from some past pain. But your intuition about what's going on in your life right now is pretty on point. What about the two chakras cards for the Aries watching this spirit? Strategy. Okay, so you're wanting your energy to be really balanced so that you can create a strategy. Maybe you have some plans to manifest something. Maybe you have some long-term goals you're trying to achieve. Maybe you have a dream you're working towards. And you're really trying to align your energy and be in your intuition and be in your heart space so that you can manifest what you're trying to bring to fruition. What about this for the Aries that are watching this? Anxiety in reverse. And that's actually really interesting because when I very first shuffled the deck, I split it, right? And I split it at anxiety in reverse, and I just noticed it and I felt like it was relevant, so it's interesting that it's popping out. So I'm getting in the past that you really did have some stresses about some situation, but you got, excuse me, I had to scoot my chair for it. But you're getting a strategy in place, and this is helping reduce your anxieties around a certain situation in your life. But at the bottom of the deck, we have the world for you. So really the world is your oyster. Whatever you're trying to make a strategy to achieve, You know, the more you release these anxieties, the more you heal your heart chakra, the more you tune into your intuition, the more you make a strategy, the greater capacities you have going out into the world, because you have a contract. Right, it is your divine contract to walk out into the world. And I don't usually feel called to take cards that are just right underneath the bottom, but I am. I'm feeling like it's relevant to the story. I'm even getting that this walking away is relevant to the story, that you've had to walk away from something recently, and maybe what you've had to walk away from is what's blocking your fourth heart. I don't like the word block, so let's find another word for that. Let's just call it retrograding your heart. So your heart's retrograde a little bit because, you know, there's some past pains and just whatnot, but it is your divine mission to heal those pains and to walk away and to tune into your intuition and to create the strategy and to release your anxiety and to live the life of your brightest freaking dreams. Let me tell you. And I'm getting that really strongly for some of you right here. This is a huge, like, metamorphosis. All right, so let's pull out the Soothsayer Oracle deck to clarify each card, each energy card for the Aries who are watching this. Alright, so what is this fourth chakra universe all about for the Aries watching this, Spirit? What is this all about? Oh, we've got narcissism. So you've had some experience. I was getting that the walking away had something to do with this reading. You've had to walk away from some people that were really hurtful to you, like people who were straight up only concerned about themselves, had a complete lack of empathy. They had really low self-esteem. So it kind of, narcissism is a personality disorder, you know. It's not really something that you can fix or take medication for. But it is a personality disorder that stems from really, really, really low sense of self-worth. And oftentimes when we deal with narcissistic people, it sucks because we know that and we care about them, and sometimes we justify behavior, but I'm getting it took you a lot to walk away from these people because you're like standing up for yourself and realizing like, hey, nuh-uh, I don't have to put up with that. Like, that's not the energy you want in your life. If you were to be living life on your own, that's not the energy you would have had in your life. So you really tuned into your intuition and you left. But maybe you have some residual pains in your heart from this person, or maybe people, and this could be anyone in your life that you had to distance yourself from, right? Friends, family, lovers, anybody who made you feel like you had to give in order to receive love, you know, that made you feel like you owed them. You don't owe anybody. What's this sixth chakra Archangel Metashot all about? Inner child healing. Yeah. So you've been, all of this work that you've done to put a strategy in place and to walk away and to take on the world and to really, even though it broke your heart, to step away from these people that hurt you. What this has done is it's empowered your inner child. You're healing your inner child, and this is helping you put this strategy in place. You're getting in touch with that inner part of you that knows that you deserve better. Right on, that's powerful. Right now I'm just noticing this wounded card right here, so it really has hurt you. You've really been through a lot. Let's see what the strategy card is all about. For the Aries that are watching this, Spirit, what is the strategy card all about? Ooh. Technology. So maybe you're trying to manifest something through technology, or maybe you work through technology, or maybe you can keep yourself organized through the use of technology, or maybe you can use technology to help yourself come up with a strategy. You know, like if it comes to walking away from certain people like this, like use technology as a means to make a strategy to leave, you know, like research leaving narcissistic people, like what you have to do to walk away, or that's relevant for somebody, that's not going to be for everybody. But you know, or you could be manifesting something through technology, you know, but you've got a strategy in place, and the way that you're using technology is benefiting this strategy. So let's see what this anxiety, why is this anxiety in reverse here? Sorry, I live with my little brother. If you hear him going back and forth. What is this anxiety in reverse all about, Spirit? Transformation. This is what I was getting all along. Yep. You're transforming. Oh, I get excited sometimes, and I just get excited in these readings. You have very good energy. You're transforming, you're going through a metamorphosis, and maybe, you know, in my experience, I've had experiences with narcissistic people, and I know other people who have too, and the common thread between us is having to put up with similar circumstances in childhood. So, you know, it's not your fault that these types of people were in your life, but it, you know, it is empowering the hell out of you to leave and to walk away and to stand up for yourself and to create a strategy for not just leaving, but your life. You're transforming. You're transforming your inner child. You're healing your inner child. You're creating a life that's aligned with who you really are, because you're doing your shadow work. Right now you're tuning in, you're doing your shadow work, you're transforming. And it's really powerful. It's very powerful. So let's pull just a few cards from the angel deck and see if there's just any messages for you, additional messages that we get for you from there. Just additional on top of this. Spirit, is there anything additionally on top of this for the Aries that are watching this? Anything additional that they need to know for their highest good? Anything additional that they need to know for their highest good? Ooh, look how my arm caught it. So we've got the Ace of Water, falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home. So, good news. This is what Spirit's wanting to talk to you about, is all of these new opportunities and the matters of the heart that are opening up to you once, as you're taking your power back, you're taking your cup back, you're taking what makes you fulfilled back, and the world is opening up to you. You know, maybe you will be gifted a new home, or you will be, it will be like a happy move, like out of somewhere where you haven't really been very happy, or you're going to meet somebody new and they're not going to be anything like your past. And you're going through a time of spiritual growth. It's interesting that this card says enhanced intuition, and that's really what I've hugely been getting from the sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron. So you have two archangels that are working really heavily with you right now. We have Archangel Raphael and Archangel Metatron. So maybe using some technology to research them, to how You can use them to help you with your strategy. You can pray to your angels to help you create a strategy, learn more about them through technology. Anything else? We have the Three of Fire, abundance, things looking very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. These are all very positive extra messages that Spirit has for you because you deserve it. You are a divine being who has gone through so much. Abundance. I'm just going to repeat that card to put emphasis on it. Abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. So abundance. And then we have the Ace of Water, which is all about new growth in all things emotion, new opportunities in all things emotion, and that's great. Getting an opportunity to have a new emotional life, yeah, especially if it's a good one. Because in the past, things didn't turn out the way that you hoped. You didn't see the positive in a situation, cried over spilled milk. Well, what this is about is the past. So things didn't turn out the way that you hoped before. This is what made you walk away. This is what's the residual energy that's retrograding in your heart. And, things didn't turn out the way you hope, and it's really hurting your heart right now. And it might be making you feel like you want to just kind of give up and not really believe that this abundance is coming in for you. But Spirit is saying this abundance is coming in for you. You are transforming. You are transforming, baby. Your inner child is healing. Let's see, anything else for the Aries that are watching this, Spirit? Anything else that they need to know for their highest good? Oh, that's 2 cards that popped out, so I'm not going to take it. But I am going to take it. I don't usually ever take it like that, but I'm feeling called to take both of those. Let's just finish shuffling before we see what they are. Okay, so that's all that's wanting to come out from that deck. I'm just giggling because what's on the bottom of the deck, but we'll get to that. So these two, why I'm feeling called to take them is because they go together perfectly. One, oh my gosh, how interesting. One is even number 21 and one is even number 12, so they mirror each other. So if you'd read them the same, it's like I think they call that a palindrome. If you read it the same forwards and read it the same backwards, so 2112, 2112. Maybe look up the angel number 2112 and see what that means, and that there could be a message for that, you in there. But not only was that what I was drawn to, I was drawn to the fact that these are 2 archangel cards. Not every card in this is, none of them are, but 2 archangel cards again popped out. So you have 2 archangel cards that popped out together here, and you have 2 archangel cards that popped out here. So you are super, super divinely protected. I know it might not seem like things worked out the way that you hoped, but what these cards are is the card awakening. You're going through an awakening. The card itself says, look at things from a different perspective. You're just going through a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So you are just going through a temporary standstill. Don't think that this is going to be your forever. This is not your forever, because what we have here, and my voice is getting a little scratchy, so for somebody it is, you're just worried about your future, and we all do that. I get that. So don't worry about where you're at. Look at it from a different perspective. It's just a temporary standstill. You're going through an awakening. You're going through a transformation, awakening, inner child healing. Like, those are all powerful cards together. And this card was the last card, which I thought was so impressive. It's the world again, that you have the world opening up to you. These are both major arcana cards. You have the world opening up to you twice. Like, I am telling you, things are about to happen. Things are about to get good. A victory is about to be yours, because I giggled because the bottom of the deck is the Six of Fire, which would be the Six of Wands, which is a victory. Good news is on its way. Your public recognitions or awards. So what it's saying is basically you're going to be rewarded for your hard work. Spirit is with you. You've got an insane amount of cosmic support always, but especially when you're going through hard times, especially right now. You know, I really want you to trust that you are going to have a victory in this situation, and that you will be recognized for these steps that you took. You know, good news is on its way. Things are shifting. Things are going to get really good. You have the world opening up to you. You're just doing a little bit of shadow work and going through a shadow worky period. Not going through a shadow worky period, but you've been doing a lot of shadow work, you know, and it won't always be. I feel like oftentimes after we go through really hard experiences in our life, like walking away from somebody who is narcissistic, you go through a really big point of self-reflection. And it's almost that self-reflection on how you got in that situation in itself. That's shadow work, you know what I mean? Like, you're just thinking about how you got into that situation. What can you do differently? Like, you know, it's different for everybody, but there's so much that you learn. Oh, I have a train coming by. I'm going to pause it. Alright, sorry about that. I live right next to the train tracks and it gets loud, and yeah. But we're back now, and I just wanted to close out the reading. I feel like we've gotten most of the cards out on the table. We got the message through, you know, that good news that's on its way to you. You know, the world is opening up to you. You're going through an awakening, a transformation. You've just got a little bit of retrograding in your heart from all of this hurt that you've been through, but your intuition is so strong, and it's leading you to create these strategies in your life. Your shadow work you're doing is happening naturally. You don't have to force shadow work. But I figured we'd get some affirmations for you and see what affirmations for Aries spirit. Here's some affirmations for my dear Aries, my fellow Aries. Okay, these ones are a little harder to shuffle because they're paper, but I swear once I get in the groove of it, we're going to take those. Oh, we're going to take Okay, so those are all that I'm going to take. Let's see. Another situation, like, I don't usually take clumps, but I'm feeling called to take these ones even though I don't know what they are. Oh, one of them is just pink. It's still from when I cut them out. Just 2 cards. Again, with 2 cards popping out. Oh, and I never said what archangels these are. So you've got, I said the first ones, but not the second one. So these ones are Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Michael are also working with you. So you've got Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Michael working really closely with you right now. And these are messages from Spirit, some affirmations. So let's get some for you guys. It's never too late to start over. You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. They are waiting for you. Notice them, seize them, and appreciate all that you have. Just relax and trust. Yeah, it's never too late to start over. Trust in the magic of new beginnings. They're waiting for you. You got the world twice. Yep, just relax and trust. Relax and trust. And that's what you're doing with this anxiety card in reverse. You know, you're trusting in the universe. You're creating a strategy. But anyways, we've talked about this. Let me get into this next affirmation card. So we've got sit in silence for a moment and listen. The answers you've been seeking are finally coming to you. Truly trust and believe that you are going to make it and be exactly where you need to be. We are on this journey with you. Hang in there. It's not much longer. Wow. And I feel like I'm getting chills because I feel like this is a direct message from these archangel cards, from these archangels that are with you so strongly right now. Hang in there, not much longer. We're with you. We see that you're on the brink of a breakthrough, that you have patiently been waiting for a situation to come full circle. The lessons have been learned. This is a win-win situation for you. Trust that we are working behind the scenes to ensure the best outcome for you. Wow. Yeah. Your spirit team is working behind the scenes to make sure that you have a win-win situation for you. Learn to ride the waves of life when faced with difficult times. You can either fight against the current or go with it. Ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy, fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. So learn to ride the waves of life when faced with difficult times. You can either fight against the current or go with it. So ask yourself, what is to be gained by depleting your energy, fighting against it? Don't do that to yourself. I had to repeat that just to let it really soak into my brain. But absolutely, you've been going through a difficult time, so you're just learning to ride the waves, and so don't go against the flow. Float downstream. Your answers are there. And this is my last affirmation I have for you. The journey wasn't the smoothest and the most pleasant lately, but everything is coming together. Your patience, strength, and perseverance will soon be rewarded. The wait is almost over. Hold on. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now that feels like that was a message for somebody. And please, if that message was you, please comment below and tell me how this reading resonated with you. I'd love to hear. And also when you comment, you connect our energy so that on our next readings, I can just give more accurate results for you. And same when you like and when you subscribe to my channel. So I hope to see you all again, and I send you so much love. Be sure to click on the Where Can You Find Me in my banner on my YouTube channel, and you'll see where you can get readings from me on Etsy and purchase my cards and find me on my Instagram and all of that. So, and I do usually daily pick a cards on my Instagram, so if you guys want to follow me over there on that, that would be cool. And I will see you next time. I send you so much love. I love you. Okay, bye now. You are doing so great, and I'm so proud of you. Okay. Bye now, for real.